BLM leaders are closely tied to the Chinese Communist Party. The main connection is through Asians for Black Lives, which is controlled by the San Francisco-based Chinese Progressive Association, or CPA.
I've been honored and humbled to throw down with folks over the last 7 to 8 months in the name of Black Lives Matter. And I've been really humbled by our co-conspirators, Asians for Black Lives.
The CPA is the Communist Party of China's main West Coast support group. Pam Ta Lee is an Asian for Black Lives member and a CPA leader.
I'm the chairperson and a founder of the Chinese Progressive Association. That our roots start back in the 1930s, who were our mentors. And they came out of around the Depression, and they were socialists, they were communists.
Alex Tom is a founder of Asians for Black Lives and a former chief executive officer of the CPA.
There is a part of the left that has always been really curious and lifting up the role of China. So that is like the Chinese Progressive Association was one of the first organizations to even lift up the revolution in Chinatown, right? Our history basically is founded on people's friendship in China.
In 2013, Alex Tom led a delegation of American radicals to communist China.
We started to be able to have access to coming into China. So we built relationships with people in the party, activists underground, and also NGOs.
In 2016, Alex Tom and CPA official Lucia Lin produced a 300-page revolutionary manual for Asians for Black Lives and BLM activists. Alex Tom has known BLM co-founder Alicia Garza since their student activist days at UC San Diego in the late 1990s.
Actually, I think it was my friend Alicia Garza.
Alex Tom helped Garza and fellow BLM founder Patrice Coolers form ties with the Southeast Asian Freedom Network, a coalition of Laotian, Cambodian, and Vietnamese radicals. Alex Tom, Alicia Garza, Lucia Lin, and Pam Ta Lee are all members of Left Roots, a front for the pro-communist China organization Liberation Road. In 2014, after traveling to communist China with Alex Tom, Lucia Lin visited Ferguson, Missouri, with her BLM comrade, Alicia Garza. Lin and Garza met with Liberation Road communist Jamala Rogers' Organization for Black Struggle, the Liberation Road front group that organized the Ferguson riots. CPA funds Alicia Garza's far-left voter mobilization organization, Black Futures Lab.
China has had a very important role in funding left experiments.
When a communist Chinese oil company got pushback for drilling in land belonging to Ecuador's indigenous Sapara people, Pam Ta Lee helped smooth over China's public relations problems.
But there's also these other things, these loans that are being made throughout the world from China for energy. Right? And on the back here is a site that I would love for you to go to sign on in support for the Sapara people. They are watching this. They developed this letter, and we delivered it to the Chinese consulate a couple of weeks ago, which really helped them a lot.
Alex Tom is also very close to Chinese communist officials in San Francisco.
And we have a relationship with the Chinese embassy. Like, we actually have I've had to have various conversations with them about our positioning.
And shares the Communist Party of China's hatred for President Trump.
We just got to stay eyes on the prize. Now, from anti-Asian violence being documented to attacks on China and defending China, to me, the main thing is we got to get rid of Trump.
These are your marching orders. To go beyond Trump, we must stand together in our resistance.
Pam Ta Lee and Alex Tom both work closely with former CPA Chief Executive Officer Eric Marr. A longtime supporter of Communist China, and Asians for Black Lives. Eric Marr is also a close ally of veteran Bay Area activist Russell Lowe, who was a former office manager for Senator Dianne Feinstein, and an identified Chinese Communist Party spy. The Communist Party cares about U.S. race relations. Driving racial division here is an essential part of the CCP's unrestricted warfare against our nation. That should concern all who care about America.
If this country doesn't give us what we want, then we will burn down this system and replace it.
Choose freedom. Find out more at choosefreedom.io.